Bea was born in December. Everything was great. She was a little bit jaundiced, and then it wasn't until her 2-month pediatrician appointment that we brought up that the whites of her eyes looked a little yellow, and that's when the pediatrician sent us to Children's to get some blood work done. Later that week, she was diagnosed with a very rare liver disease called biliary atresia. So your liver fails, and the only cure for it really is a transplant. In the interim, we did some research and found out that living donation is a potential option. So it was about 6 to 8 weeks, and then finally we got the final call saying, you're a match, so we can kind of schedule this surgery. I got there at like 5:30 in the morning and spent a few minutes with her and my husband, and then my dad came to sit with her up until the surgery. That was probably one of the hardest few minutes, because I think that's when it really sunk in that we don't really know what's gonna happen. And it could have been that she doesn't come out of surgery, or something happens with my side. So it was just it was a very real moment, the three of us together saying a little prayer before we went to surgery. And then within 24 hours, the color had drained, her eyes were white, her smile was bright. It was phenomenal. I mean, to see the effects of something go from one extreme to the other it was mind-blowing. The best way I can describe it is what keeps me up at night are the kids that don't have that option, the kids that are waiting, and their parents. I mean, I just think about how hard that is, watching your child's health deteriorate so badly that they end up in the ICU waiting for an organ donor. If we can help with that and cut down on the time that these kids have to wait, they can be transplanted sooner, they can be transplanted at the peak of their health. People have to make that decision to think outside of themselves. And I think the more that Life Center, or the more that any organ donor can spread that message, the more of an impact it'll have, that the impossible can be possible, and it will be.